sure you've seen the news. I successfully eliminated the threat of the China balloon. Unfortunately, it rained down some sort of bird protein powder. The guineas now run faster and jump higher than ever before. So I have to bust out my radioactive exploding mortar offensive telepathic emitter. All I have to do is press this red button and boom! Whatever it's pointing at will be riddled with radiation and explode with a blast of a mortar. Today I want to talk to you about these low brain function Mountain Dew intake short bus window lickers at Walmart. The agencies have started to recruit them and have them perform tolerance tests on the general public. The results are shocking. They have started Operation Silver Goose. It's a campaign to slowly move the human element out of the shopping experience so the customers only interact with robots and computers. They're doing this for two reasons. The first one is to shrink the American workforce, leaving a huge chunk of the population homeless and desperate. The second one is much, much worse. The second part is one of the most evil things they have ever tried to do to the American population. It all revolves around self-checkout machines. Those machines are specifically designed to confuse the old farts that still think streaming is when they go play in the river. These are the silver geese. What is happening? The algorithm detects these people as soon as they walk in the door using high-definition closed-circuit television technology. Then it alerts an undercover operative, and that's the person that tracks Granny while she's shopping for prunes and denture paste. Then she goes to pay and finds she's being berated with flashing lights, loud beeping, and bright monitors with her picture on it. She has to solve a Rube Goldberg type puzzle to get to the point that will allow her to pay. This is where the plot turns from awful to just plain sick. They have programmed a glitch into the self-checkout machine. Even though Miss Gertrude meticulously scanned every item, the machine didn't register that she scanned her preparation H. So now, as she walks out the door, she's a common criminal, a petty thief, and they have been watching the entire time. They know that she just stole $3.99 worth of their product. Between 3 and 22 operatives surround the old bat as she's getting into her Buick Regal and start beating the ever-loving shit out of her. After they're done using her own osteoporosis against her, they call the cops. Then the Gestapo shows up, they cuff her up and stuff her into a cage. Not before they get a few blows in for good measure. Now, Gertie is black and blue, bones pulverized, and she's in serious needs of the pins chain. All for what? The agencies want to know how much they can get away with as long as they have simple excuse of, well, she was a criminal. The worst part of all of this is that we're finding out they can get away with way more than they thought. No one, I mean 0 people have lodged any kind of grievance about this. I haven't been able to confirm this, but the second phase of their 2-part operation is when they expand their target pool to Target. They want to see if they can pull this shit on board housewives and pussy-whipped husbands. Early reports seem to be promising for them. It's time we take back our retail shopping experience. It's time we go back to an era where a family could spend a day at Sam Walton's fine department store wasting their money on cheap China crap and pre-packaged junk food that has less than 5% actual food in it. But for that to happen, we need to stand up. We need to take back our aisles. We need to send a message that we will not stand by while Granny takes an ass whooping for accidentally swiping some Sanka. I can't do it alone, boys. Next time you see a short, rotund man wearing Oakley sunglasses and a polo shirt tailing a geriatric, their safety and freedom will be in your hands. Until then, stay vigilant, stay prepared, and the next time you hear people saying Grandma is going down in the parking lot, it's not Trixie's old ass at the truck stop trying to make a buck. It's a silver goose in a tag team cage match. Fight for her life. Panic Prepper 1, out! Do I have a thing? Yeah, the Walmart shit's pretty crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, just search Walmart self-checkout and shoplifting. Just search those 3 together. You'll see a ton of shit about them. It's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, and people are legitimately saying, I mean, Amanda even said that she scanned some stuff once. And
dude walked over to her and said, "Are you trying to steal shit?"
Yeah.
And now I've heard that. I have said this on live feed. Not even that thing. I've talked about the Walmart shit. And dozens of people on live feed are like, yeah, they walked up and asked if I was trying to steal something. Now, Amanda said something to one of the girls that, you know, she usually sees at Walmart. And the girl was like, "Do you know who that was?" he would be fired for that. They're not even allowed to fucking say that.
Yeah, so I used to work at Walmart, and I was friends with loss prevention, and the rules back then were nobody's allowed to say anything except for them, and they can't stop them until they've passed all points of sale, which means out the door, because you can go to customer service to buy something, you can do all that. So they have to be out the door in like the vestibule before anybody can stop you.
Yeah.
But that's not the way it is anymore.
They're not stopping real crime. They're stopping fucking soccer moms.
Yeah.
They're not rousting up fucking people actually intentionally doing it. I mean, maybe they are, but the videos that are being made,
yeah,
are by people that are like, I have a business. Hey, I work fucking 60 hours a week. They're like, my ticket was $400. They're on about, you know, fucking $5 item or something.
Yeah, like that's proof right there. They're paying for $400 worth of stuff and accidentally took something for $5, right, and they're getting arrested and beat up for it.
Right. Not to mention their cameras have facial recognition, right? So I'm sure that there is a database that they're not going to disclose to you that they could pull this up, probably even in that store, where how many times has this person rung up? How many times has this fucking happened?
Yeah.
I don't shop, like this hasn't happened to me. We go in there usually and we're buying all of something. We go in and we buy all of the cupcakes, or we buy all of the M&Ms or whatever for our promotions. And we go in and we'll have 200 in a cart, and I'll grab one and go beep, 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 and hit it 200 times.
Yeah.
Because I can't get a motherfucker to come over there. If there's somebody there, I'll like, hey, I have 173 of these things. Can you scan it? And they're like, sure. Yeah. When you can get somebody to do that. So I haven't experienced this happening, but it's just fucking crazy. I'm sure they have. I remember when old Gertrude or whoever would scan you out, you'd be like, hey, you forgot 2 of these. Yeah. Or, hey, you fucking overcharged me for 3 of these.
Yeah, and they would take your word for it.
I mean, there's nobody showing, since they know damn well, clearly, that you have misscanned something. How many times do you go in and you overscan something? I ain't heard nobody got a fucking called in to get a refund, or I didn't hear nobody got a fucking check. They know that shit.
Yeah, I've always heard this saying that if the cash register is broken, then sometimes it should give out too much money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it
never does. It always just takes too much.